a rivalry game in the TVC Ohio that could shift the state of the conference. A certain Buckeye breaks records in front of the home crowd, and the TVC hockey path to a conference crown could get a little clearer.
Hardwood Heroes starts right now. Welcome back to Hardwood Heroes. I'm your host, Shane Scalfaro, and I don't know about you, but I'm happy the snow finally melted away because we have a full slate of games, so let's get into it. We saw the Megs girls get their first conference win last week. Can they go back-to-back in conference this week? Megs lead reporter Lucy Schaefer, what's the status in Pomeroy?
Shane, I was truly excited to cover 2 home games for Megs this week. And for the girls, this was no regular night. They put on their second annual Hoops for Heroes game for military appreciation. Now, this event is one that a fan said, quote, brings the community together. Former Meg students currently serving were recognized, and all proceeds went to the Wounded Warrior Project, a great cause to preview a great game. We can't start any Megs game off without coaches' maroon and gold shoes. Now, the score was kept close all game. The Marauders faced high-pressure defense, and both teams played intense. These piles on the floor, well, they speak for themselves. And I can't tell you the amount of times we watched that ball go up and down the court with no points. Turnovers played a huge role on both sides. Keegan Wolf was also a spark plug for the Marauders with 25 points. She terrorized the offensive glass with a multitude of second chance points. But unfortunately for the girls, they fell just short, losing 62-52. Lots of offensive mistakes, including poor shot selection, took the girls down, and River Valley took advantage of that. Haley Edwards was on fire all game with 23 total points and an impressive 7 threes.
Tough break for the girls, but what were the boys up to this week?
The Marauders had a date with the Nelsonville York Buckeyes in Pomeroy on Friday, and let's just say that there was a definite breakup. This was a high-stakes game for Megs, not only because they sit at second in the TVC Ohio, but also because they're on a 10-game win streak. The Marauders are very hot and heating up, and third-ranked NY needed a win. The past 2 games have brought 2 straight losses against Trimble and Federal Hawking.
You've built up the excitement, but how did the game go?
All throughout the first half, energy was high and play was equally as fast. The Marauders were down 27-26 going into the half, and the Buckeyes had momentum after a half-court buzzer beater. But things really changed after the break. The Buckeyes came out slow, and Megs took everything they could. Freshman Reed Brinniger shined, picking up 19 points in the third and fourth quarters alone. The young star went on a scoring run right out of the gate, and the Buckeyes just couldn't catch up. NY was unable to stop the Marauders' undeniable chemistry, and they upped their win streak to 11 with a 58-51 victory. And we'll see if they can bring that streak to 13 next week after a 61-47 victory versus Trimble on Saturday.
I'm interested to see if they keep this momentum going. Thanks for the great work, Lucy. The Athens girls come into this week primed for a rebound with a little cherry on top. To break down this TVC Ohio battle, we welcome Athens reporter Luke Schmidt.
Shane, this was a rivalry matchup between Athens and Nelsonville York, and the Bulldogs are looking to sweep the Buckeyes for the first time in 9 seasons. This was truly a game of 2 halves. Athens and NY were gridlocked in the first, and each team fought hard to earn their points. Early on, the Bulldogs struggled to slow down star Nelsonville York guard Era Levy. Levy made many difficult shots from long distance and could not seem to miss. For Athens, Olivia Smart helped by scoring from the free throw line, finishing with 20 points, 8 of those coming from the charity stripe. To start the third quarter, Athens dominated, going on a 15-0 scoring run by choosing to play unselfish basketball. Even with Asa Holcomb having a slow start to this game, she scored 16 of her 20 points in the second half, proving to be the hot hand for Athens. Holcomb was unstoppable, and she helped the Bulldogs outscore the Buckeyes 39-19 in the latter half of the game. Athens defeated Nelsonville York 67-46, sweeping the Buckeyes for the first time since the 2014-15 season.
Great team win for Athens. Now let's analyze some of the standouts on these teams.
Shane, 2 Titans of the TVC Ohio, Asa Holcomb and Era Levy, faced off this week, and this matchup did not disappoint. Era Levy was our player of the year last year, and as you can see, she had a standout game against the Bulldogs on Monday. I know we talked about the slow start for Asa Holcomb, but she bounced back in the second half, picking up 16 of her 20 total points and helping lead her team to a big win. With more games on the horizon for these 2 stars, there's still plenty to look forward to.
Always an explosion of talent when stars collide, but let's look at the other Bulldogs team.
The Athens boys hosted Megs at home on Tuesday in hopes of moving up in the TVC Ohio standings, but ultimately they fell short.
Luke, you were telling me that you heard a lot of whistles in this one.
Yeah, foul trouble plagued the Bulldogs. Athens committed 5 fouls with the first 4 minutes of play. Amidst the foul trouble, Athens couldn't find any rhythm on offense. And although they won the rebound battle, they failed to capitalize on many second chance efforts.
A game like this had to have some momentum swings, right?
Definitely. The game was tight in the first half, but Megs rolled into halftime with confidence after going on a 12-2 run. The confidence stuck with them in the second half, and the duo of Caden Geen and Reed Briniger combined for 31 points on Tuesday, allowing Megs to cruise past the Bulldogs 59-46.
So how do they match up with the rest of the TVC?
Moving forward, if they can hone in their defensive efforts and slow down opposing teams' fast breaks, they can compete with other TVC Ohio opponents down the stretch. As the season winds down, we'll be sure to keep an eye on these two teams.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they can do before tournament time. Thanks for the great work, Luke. We talked last week about the turnaround of the Alexander Lady Spartans. Spartans reporter Jack Swazinski is here to see if they continue to climb to new heights.
Thanks, Shane. Monday, the Lady Spartans faced off with the Wellston Lady Golden Rockets, and the Spartans pulled out a big win in the alley, keeping their winning streak intact. This team was playing fast-paced, scrappy defense all game, and this aggressive defensive strategy worked, holding the Golden Rockets to 3 points in the first quarter and racking up 10 steals as a team.
Who all pitched in defensively to take this win?
Freshman Lily Ryder recorded 5 steals herself, and junior McKenna Moore was rejecting the Rockets' attempts to blast off all night long. Moore recorded all 6 of the team's blocks herself.
Defense is important, but you need to score to win. How was their offense?
You're right, Shane. The defensive side is crucial to the game, but the offense is just as important. Kaylee Hudnall put up 10 points and 7 assists. Lily Ryder had 15 points as well as her 5 steals. This young team is showing a lot of potential with only 1 senior rostered. Even coach Morgan Grimstead is only in her second year and has turned the team around impressively as they beat Wellston 49-36.
So sending it over to the boys, did they find their first win of the season?
The boys team fought hard, wanting a win, but could not pull ahead in the last few seconds, losing 59-57. The boys team also faced off against Wellston in the alley. This game was a nail-biter. Alexander took the lead to start, but it was neck and neck all game, coming down to the final seconds.
The Spartans had the lead. What happened down the stretch?
Shane, the biggest struggle this team faced was mismatches and swapping defenders in time. Alexander struggled when faced with a mismatched defender, which the Rockets started to capitalize on in the second half, scoring 30 points on the Spartans.
What about on the offensive side of the game?
This team does show promise and some flashes of being scary, and there are several players who could step up into a superstar-type role for them, one of them being Claxton Hawk. Hawk recorded 15 points and 10 rebounds, a double-double from him. Unfortunately, the game-tying shot just could not fall as the buzzer went off, and the Golden Rockets win 59-57. Next week sees the chance for the girls team to extend their winning streak and for the boys to take their first win of the season.
I know we're going to be keeping our eye on this team. Thanks for the great work, Jack. Now, while both Nelsonville York teams took losses last week, it's hard to keep them down for long. To see how the boys responded, we have Buckeyes reporter Ashley Fry.
Thanks, Shane. The Buckeyes welcomed Federal Hawking on Tuesday night, and the energy in the Nut House was electric despite some key absences. Notable names out this game were Tara Cottrell for the Lancers, while Landon Inman and Alec Thompson were both out for the Buckeyes. With 2 key contributors out for NY, we saw Bryant Call and freshman Cameron Sullivan show up big on Tuesday. Call finished the game with 18 points, while Sullivan dominated the paint with 9 rebounds.
I heard the first half was thrilling. Tell me about what went down.
It was a back and forth contest for these two teams. The energy was up and they were trading buckets left and right. By the time they left for half, NY was only up 2 points.
The Buckeyes have struggled in the second half this season. How'd they do against Fed Hawk?
Shane, it was deja vu for NY Tuesday night as the team could not shake their second half curse. Due to a number of turnovers, they went down 15 early in the third and had to attempt a major comeback, but couldn't close. The Buckeyes ended up falling 72-65 at home.
So on the other side of things, how did the girls answer back?
Yeah, Shane, the Lady Buckeyes had history and a conference win on their minds on Thursday night against Megs. Things started off slow for the Buckeyes, with the score being 10-6 at the end of the first quarter. Elena Okulich was a standout on defense for NY, racking up 3 blocks in just the first. The second quarter was much of the same. It was a back-and-forth contest heading into the half, with NY only holding a 2-point lead.
Seems like it was a tight game. How did the Buckeyes come out after halftime?
This team needed to dig deep after the half, and that is exactly what they did. The Lady Buckeyes came out hot in the third quarter behind 13 points from point guard Ara Levy. Heading into the fourth quarter, this team was clicking on both offense and defense, and Megs just could not keep up. The Buckeyes defended home court in a big conference game, winning 58-45 over the Marauders.
Now, you mentioned the Buckeyes had history on their minds. What happened in that fourth quarter?
In the middle of the fourth, Era Levy made Nelsonville York history, or should I say herstory. With 1,533 points on her career, Era Levy just solidified her name in the record books. Not only does Levy hold the scoring record for the girls, but she stands alone atop the boys team as well, making her the Buckeyes basketball leading scorer. We spoke to Levy about this accomplishment and what it means to her after the game on Thursday.
Very happy I got it on my home court. Definitely good for all my family and friends to be here, and I couldn't be here without my team. And of course my dad was on the bench, anxious the whole game. I kept looking over, he's like nervous. Kim told me he was about to throw up, so yeah, I know he's very proud of me, and all my family and friends here is just great.
Shane, with 2 historic nights in 2 weeks for the Buckeyes, both these teams are gearing up for their stretch run.
Yeah, we'll see how both teams finish out. Thanks, Ashley. Looking for some more TVC basketball? Head over to our Facebook and Twitter for game recaps and weekly updated conference standings. Instagram has you covered for highlights and action shots throughout the week. And for written content from every game, woub.org/heroes is the spot to go. The Vinton County boys have been rolling this season. We've got VC reporter Noah Cavan to see if it continued.
Shane, the Vikings took care of business this week, picking up wins against River Valley and Athens. VC looked to keep business booming Saturday when they played host to the Federal Hocking Lancers. This matchup was highly touted as both of these teams won their respective divisions as a TVC last season. The Vikings opened the game up with an aggressive style of play. Owen Heyer and Garrett Brown each converted an and one to start out the first quarter for Vinton County. Brown put on a show, making tough shot after tough shot. I mean, just look at this layup. He would go on to drop 22 points in the contest. But the Lancers' Tarek Cottrell would not let Brown steal the show. He consistently drove in against much taller defenders and shot right over them. Let's take it to the fourth quarter. Andrew Earhart cashed in a heavily contested mid-range jumper with just a few minutes left to put Fed Hawk up 64-60. Down 2 points with under 2 minutes left, the Vikings tried to tie it up, but the Lancers forced a jump ball. Next possession, the Vikings' Cobra Sharp dove for a loose ball and forced another jump ball. It's anyone's game. Here, Earhart pokes it loose and puts in the fast break layup to extend Fed Hawk's lead to 4. Next play, Garrett Brown converts another and one, but he's called for a travel. The Lancers hang on to the lead and pick up a statement win against Vinton County.
Switching over to the girls, they had a tough opponent on their hands.
They sure did, Shane. The Lady Vikings welcomed the Alexander Spartans in a high-stakes TVC Ohio matchup.
VC has scored 50-plus points in 4 of their last 5 games. Did that offensive firepower carry over into this one?
Well, Shane, the Vikings struggled to generate any offense at all against Alexander. The Vikings shot a less than ideal 9 for 49 from the field and were able to just knock down 8 of their 15 free throws. Despite this subpar offensive output, the Vikings' defense was tough. Vinton County forced 11 turnovers, and sophomore Kylie Smith looked a lot like a carpenter on the floor with the way she was laying blocks. Alexander also struggled from the field, shooting 9 for 42, but the Spartans cashed in on 15 of their 21 foul shots, which proved to be crucial as the game went down the stretch. Sophomore Kaylee Hudnall was a foul-drawing machine, going 8 for 8 from the charity stripe on the way to a 33-30 Spartans victory. If VC can ramp up their offensive attack, their relentless defense should carry them the rest of the way throughout the season.
Yeah, I can't wait to see if they make those tune-ups. Thanks for great work, Noah. So both VC squads fall this week, but how are the standings affected? Tim Hanna is here with a new line of standings.
Shane, even with a full slate of games this week, we didn't have a ton of movement in the TVC Ohio. We begin with the girls' standings. Athens remains at the top of the standings after winning 2 games this week. Alexander and River Valley, they'll flip spots. The Spartans are up to second place after Wellston knocked off River Valley. The rest of the TVC Ohio remains the same. Big matchup next week is when Athens will travel to the Alley to play Alexander. That has a chance to make or break the conference standings. On to the boys' side, Vinton County and Meg still remain at the top despite VC's loss last night. Athens falls down to 5th with their loss to the Wellston Golden Rockets, and they've jumped up to 3rd, tied with Nelsonville York. The Spartans still sit in last, however, they'll have a couple more chances to get that elusive win.
Let's kick off the Hocking with a Trimble takeover. For that, we welcome Tomcats reporter Megan Kaczynski.
Thanks, Shane. And let me just tell you, this week was an electric one for the Tomcats. This Friday night, the Trimble boys took a little trip to Reedsville to visit the Eastern Eagles. Even though this game was a nail-biter to watch, both teams struggled throughout the night. The Tomcats held the lead heading into the half, but the Eagles kept it close with a score of 26-22. However, lots of turnovers in the first half set the tone for the rest of the game. When you compare Trimble's 23 turnovers to Eastern's 14, it's no wonder why they struggled so much.
Meg, turnovers have been an essential part of the Tomcats' narrative this year, but what else made this game such a close one?
As I mentioned earlier, Trimble struggles with their shooting from beyond the arc, and that was no exception in this game. Trimble's three-point shooting has proved to be an antithesis to their game all season long. In this one, the Tomcats found themselves struggling, going 3 for 15 on the night, and this kept the Eagles in it until late in the fourth quarter. However, the final nail in the coffin for Eastern was ultimately their missed foul shots. The Eastern Eagles struggled with their free throws throughout the entire game, only making 32%. This game truly came down to the last few seconds. Eastern could have tied the game to send it into overtime, but the missed foul shots caught up to them and sealed the deal, ending this game in a 46-43 Trimble win.
All right, Meg, so we've heard about the boys. How did the girls do against Benton County?
Well, these two teams hit up the Hardwood on Monday night for a matchup in MacArthur. The first quarter kicked off with the Vikings taking the lead, eager to stop the Tomcats with their stout defensive system. Trimble countered their ball movements, forcing the first quarter to end in an 8-8 stalemate. Benton County held Trimble with a full court press for the entirety of this game. Although the Tomcats tried not to let themselves get flustered, they quickly found themselves overwhelmed by the Vikings' intensive gameplay.
The Tomcats got off to a hot start, so what caused VC to run away with this game in the second half?
Well, Shane, these girls struggled with their endurance, which allowed the Vikings to capitalize on their turnovers. Benton County ran a transition offense, helping them to gain momentum and utilize their physicality against the Tomcats. The Vikings ultimately devoured the scoreboard with a final score of 63-29. And even though the girls took the L this week, they definitely have the grit and perseverance it takes to claw their way up in the TVC.
Only a couple of games left. We'll see what they have left in the tank. Thanks, Meg. The Eastern Eagles have been trying to find their rhythm this season, but sadly haven't caught their groove just yet. Eastern reporter Kylie Osko is here to bring some Eagles news.
Thanks, Shane. The Eastern boys are coming off an impressive 70-52 win against Wellston. As wins for the Eagles are hard to come by, and this is the boys' second win of the season, their overall record is 2-11. All the way down in the wild and wonderful state of West Virginia, the Eagles face WOUB in the Battle of the Birds. To start off this game, Eastern had a slow start, and it was not until the second quarter where you began to see the Eagles claw back. The boys ran a full court press, which caused a lot of turnovers and caught the Falcons off guard. This press resulted in the Eagles scoring 23 points in the second quarter and trailing by just 2 points at half.
They kept this game close. What changed after halftime?
Eastern only scored 9 points in the second half, which was a drastic change compared to the first. WOUB head coach Ed Fry made major halftime adjustments that sparked a 26-point win with a final score of 67-41. This was certainly not the second half that Eastern was expecting. A combination of missed shots and stellar outside shooting from the Falcons clipped the Eagles' wings, resulting in the loss.
So I'm going to come join you over here. Let's talk about the Eastern girls.
The Lady Eagles faced a similar fate as they entered Belpre on Thursday in the midst of a 7-game losing streak. We're back down on the border of West Virginia where the Lady Eagles take on Belpre, where bird-on-bird crime happened in Washington County. It was a battle of the Eagles, and Eastern got the short end of the stick.
Kylie, you were telling me earlier that this was a tale of two halves.
And indeed it was. Eastern kept in close in the first quarter, playing in a 2-3 zone. The frame ended with a score of 18 Belpre and 11 Eastern. Moving into the second quarter, Eastern got a quick bucket. This got Belpre's head coach Regina Leftwich fired up, resulting in a timeout call. Belpre then switched their game plan, which led to the downfall of the Eagles.
So how did Belpre pull away in this one?
Shane, the Eagles came out in the second with suffocating defense, which led to turnovers and fast break points. Eastern only scored 3 second-half points, and all 3 came from the charity stripe. This resulted in Belpre dominating and earning their 5th conference win of the season with a final score of 63-18. This was a tough week for both the boys and the girls teams, and the Eagles look to flip the script next week.
Yeah, we'll see if they can catch some steam down the stretch. Thanks, Kylie. Our fan vote is back, and 81% of you guessed correctly when it came to Belpre getting a win over the Lady Eagles. Make sure to head over to our Instagram story to get your votes in on who you think's gonna win. In our second matchup, 76% of you guys picked the Wildcats to win this hawking matchup with the Southern Tornadoes. Let's see who's on the right end of the stick. We welcome Waterford reporter Ashley Pomplus to give us the rundown on this conference matchup.
The Waterford boys team traveled to Southern, taking on the Tornadoes to climb back to 500. Without Cole Sparling-Ponchak, Waterford would learn to survive without their defensive anchor and best rebounder underneath the rim against the machine from Racine. Waterford hounded Southern out of the gate on defense. Alec Johnson led the way, snagging 3 steals and 7 rebounds. This was impressive due to their lack of size and number of underclassmen playing key minutes. Freshmen Finn Pennock and Dylan McCutcheon stepped up in the absence of upperclassmen. Pennock took control, guiding the team by facilitating the offense. The Wildcats led 22-11 at the half, but the Tornadoes came out of the locker room with the wind at their back. Southern jumped back into the game with a barrage of threes, threatening Waterford's lead. In the final 3 minutes of play, Southern had a 4-point lead. Junior Max Roberts was determined to get Waterford the win. Roberts crashed the glass to bring them within 2 for their next possession. Roberts tied the game with a mid-range shot. Jared Heiss put the game on ice with a clutch free throw. Waterford completed the season sweep, winning 40-39. After Friday's win, the Wildcats are in for an even split of road and home matches. They will face TVC Hawking Heavyweights, the Federal Hawking Lancers, and the Belpre Golden Eagles. They will have a short trip to face crosstown rival Fort Fry with a rematch from earlier this season. The players and coaches say the goal is to win out and improve their playoff hopes.
The Waterford girls took on Trimble, and the Wildcats have been really good in conference.
Yes, Shane. They raced out early on offense, getting a lead against the Tomcats. Back from injury, Kendall Surrey looked no worse for wear. She is a field general for the Wildcats, commanding the offense, leading the way with 20 points. Behind an excellent first half, Waterford dominated the Tomcats with a 44-26 win.
In the first half, Kendall Surrey and Avery Wagner put up a combined 27 of their 31 points. Why were they so successful?
Well, Shane, they were finding each other very well. As Avery Wagner always says, she uses her size to control the glass and finish underneath. Waterford, as per usual, were suffocating on defense. By using an aggressive press, they forced turnovers and kept Trimble off the board.
They are playing great right now. How do they get even better?
I'm glad you asked, Shane. Waterford needs more contribution from players on the bench. Without Wagner and Surrey, they struggle to move things offensively, allowing for Trimble to close the gap, something that other teams will take advantage of. Up next for the Lady Wildcats, the undefeated Newark Catholic Green Wave. That will be a tough game.
I'm going to be on the edge of my seat till Monday night. Thanks for the great work, Ashley. The Federal Hawking Lancers have been a defensive juggernaut all season long. I'm going to hand it over to Tim to paint the picture of how they got it done.
Shane, I've got Federal Hawking reporter Josh Herner here with me, and he's got some film from Thursday night's dominant win.
Tim, I know this is usually your corner, but allow me to slide in and break this one down.
Floor's all yours, man.
Let's get to the film. Defense was the star of the evening in the Lancers' 47-6 win. The main reason for their stellar defense was all behind the likes of freshman Brenly Cottrell. She had 10 steals, and her ball pressure was evident from the start.
Okay, so we got our first clip here. Josh, break down for me what is going on here.
Tim, Fedhawks in a normal man-to-man half-court set defensively. Brenly immediately reads the crossover dribble as she crosses the timeline and takes that one quickly.
Okay, so on this next one, Jalen Hupp's going to try to back her down. How does she move through that?
Tim, she immediately reads the back-down move, notices it's in her right hand, and has a clear lane to get that steal. I heard Coach Cottrell yell, "Get up, Brenly," in the gym on this one, and boy, she did not disappoint. She made a beeline right to that ball.
So on this next one, Michelle Hupp looks like she gets her kind of mixed up here. How does she recover?
Heart and hustle, Tim. Quick 2 steps, immediately got the back tack steal right after that.
On this next one, you're going to see it on the inbound. She's going to shift her eyes towards that inbound ball. What does she do to set her up in a good position?
Tim, she's in a great spot. She's looking at ball and man. Again, reads that back down move, notices it's in the right hand, and takes that one like taking candy for my baby. You know how the saying goes, offense wins games, defense wins championships. After the game, we had a chance to talk to Coach Cottrell about Brenly's play.
She's just an elite on-ball defender. I mean, she's one of the best defenders in the league. She averages about 7 steals a night. So anytime they switch like that, I don't always like to run her against the point guard just because it wears her down a little bit, but she's got good cardio, so I feel like we're our best when she's pressuring the ball.
Josh now joins me on the desk, and I heard the boys had some weird parallels.
Shane, January has been a turning point for both Federal Hawking and Belpre. Let's dive deeper into their schedules. Starting off on January 5th, Fedhawk dominated against Southern, while Belpre took sole possession of the conference, beating Trimble. Moving ahead a week, Fedhawk beat Trimble, but lost Tara Cottrell in the process. Belpre defeated Waterford, taking 2 weeks off until Friday's matchup between both squads. So Shane, let's get into the action. The Lancers have been on the hunt to complete the 5-peat for the TVC Hawking title. Step 1 to completing that mission, taking care of Belpre. Junior Bass established his presence early, while strong team effort from the Lancers led to a slim 1-point lead. Andrew Earhart and Tara Cottrell combined for 17 points in the second, paving the way for the Lancers. However, none were bigger than this. The third quarter propelled the Golden Eagles within striking distance. Belpre scored 14 points in the quarter, and this buzzer beater brought them within 6. Federal Hawking held a 7-point lead when Blake Church nailed a long ball, bringing Belpre within 4. Belpre couldn't get any closer than this, and Cottrell's clutch free throws put this game on ice, leading the Lancers to a 71-66 victory. Shane, Fed Hawks seems to be a force to watch out for in the coming weeks.
Yeah, and it seems like these teams just keep getting hotter and hotter as the weeks go on. Thanks for the great work, Josh. We've talked about how big this game was for the conference crown. Tim, what about the rest of us Hawking?
Shane, aside from the game that you and Josh just talked about, we didn't really have any movement in the Hawking this week. Federal Hawking leaps over Belpre with the win. They'll split the season series with a couple more conference games remaining. Trimble is not out of it yet. However, they'll need to continue firing on all cylinders. Waterford sits in 4th, Southern in 5th, and Eastern in 6th to round out the standings. Waterford and Trimble will face off Friday as well in the Hawking. On the girls' side, we had no changes to the conference standings this week. All eyes have shifted to that Federal Hawking Waterford game on Thursday in a clash of the Titans. Belpre played only one game this week, and they sit in 3rd. Trimble is on a 2-game losing streak. Look for them to bounce back this week against Eastern on Thursday. Southern hasn't won since January 4th, and the Eastern Eagles round out the standings in 6th place. We had a ton of really good individual performances this week, Shane, but we could only pick one.
Yeah, Tim, and we had some tough choices to make, but we can only pick one at the end of the day.
This week's boys hero led the way in a critical out-of-conference matchup, and even with the return of his co-star, still carried the torch for his team. Our winner, Federal Hawking senior Andrew Earhart. Earhart has been a massive part of Fed Hawks' 1-2 punch and has helped keep the team at the top of the Hawking standings.
He's been a force in the paint and has been almost unguardable from outside the arc. And he's not afraid to punch out the ball to his teammates.
And you can't forget about him on defense too. Locking down beyond the arc and blocking guys in the paint is this guy's specialty. Saturday night was a signature performance for Earhart against VC. He totaled 28 points while shooting 60% from the field.
Add on 8 boards and 2 takeaways, and you have a heroic performance worthy of being this week's recipient. I saw his game on Friday, and it was the same type of game. This guy is consistent night in and night out. Congratulations, Andrew. Our Girls Hero of the Week is a player that needs no introduction. After winning our Player of the Year award last year, she's picked up right back where she left off. Yep, it's NY's Era Levy. Levy has been a menace on the court, and she's the heart and soul of this Buckeyes team, and she showed out against Megs.
The game started slow, but Levy got the offense kick-started and got her team to that double-digit win. Add on that she's the newly crowned NY scoring leader. I mean, what can't she do?
She's just got a knack for showing out in the biggest moments time and time again.
What a stat line to go along with her big night. 30 points, 5 rebounds, 1 block, and an assist in the game against Megs.
I don't think there's a single weapon she doesn't have in her arsenal. 3-point shooting, driving to the hoop, the reach for steals, the speed to get down the court. I mean, there's a reason she's the face of the Lady Buckeyes.
I'm not sure there's anything slowing her down.
I wish we could pick more than one person every week. We had a ton of standout performances this week.
Yeah, it was a really close contest, and it came down to those couple little stats that made the difference. That's all the ball we have for today. Make sure to check out our Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram pages for your weekly TVC updates.
Thanks for watching, and as always, we're reminding you to be heroic.